Hi there, this is Jyotsna Ramachandran here, and in this week's Facebook Live, I thought of talking about certain things that we are all experiencing during this lockdown. So, yesterday, I just asked on my Facebook profile and also inside my community about the new habits that people are developing while they are in this phase of lockdown. And I was so amazed to see the number of amazing comments I got for that post. Everybody is able to create their own new habits, and people are actually rediscovering themselves during this phase of lockdown. So, that, though there is a lot of negativity happening outside, there is a lot of tension and chaos, but still, when though we are kind of lucky to be confined to our homes, and at this point of time a lot of us are able to rediscover ourselves in different ways. So when I was thinking how my life has changed, I realized that I've been able to build some deeper connections in my life, and that's what I wanted to share in today's live session. And if you're able to resonate with what I'm saying, please let me know in the comments. I'll make sure I'll read each one of these comments later and respond. So the first thing I was able to connect with was the connection with my body. So, though I have been trying to focus on my fitness and health for the last few years, in the last 1 week to 10 days, the kind of connection I had with my body was totally amazing, because now I realized that all the luxuries I had before, like my Zumba class and my gym, is not existent anymore. So, it is my responsibility now to take good care of my body. So, I realized that, and now I make sure that I spend at least 1 hour doing some physical activity. And it's amazing to see that it's not just me, but everybody has realized this. So the trainer of in my gym, he has created a WhatsApp group now, and all the on we are all members of that group, and every day he sends us a workout, and we make sure we do that and we post it to him. So it's the kind of feeling of community now, which is making us even more committed towards our fitness journey. And it's not just about workouts, it's also about the food and the diet. So before, please agree if you've also faced the same thing before. What I would do is every day at about 5 p.m., without my knowledge, automatically my hand would go towards my phone and I would open the Swiggy app. Are any Swiggy addicts there like me? Please let me know in the comments. Please confess to this crime that all of you have been doing along with me. So, this has kind of become a habit. At 5 p.m., 6 p.m., I get hungry and I just, without my knowledge, open up Swiggy or Zomato and order something. So, I do this most of the days, but because of this lockdown and we don't have a choice, I have started eating only home cooked food, and this has had an amazing impact on my health. I can see that in the last 7 to 10 days, I can see that my weight is dropping and I'm feeling happier from inside. So, I think the connection with our body is something that we're all able to re-establish because of this lockdown. So, what all the positive things that we're able to experience now, my wish and my intention for all of us is that we need to continue this even after world opens up, right? So we should not forget all the good things that we have developed during this phase, and we need to extend it and carry that forward in our life. So that's why I wanted to do this video, so that we remember all the good things that we have learned now, and we continue doing that even after the lockdown is over. So the first thing was the connection with our body. The second thing that I've experienced is a connection with mind. I feel that a lot of us are so much more calmer now. Things have slowed down, and we are able to experience a deeper connection with our mind. Uh, this includes things like learning new things. People are able to reconnect with their hobbies. So many people commented on my Facebook yesterday that they're able to rediscover new hobbies because they were so busy with their office work that they did not have time for all that. But now they're able to reconnect with what their mind really likes. And people are also investing their time in learning new skills and learning and putting time in their self development. For example, in the last 1 week, at least I would have attended one new webinar every single day. Just because the world is shut, it doesn't mean our learning has stopped. In fact, last weekend, I was supposed to attend Siddharth Rajshekar's event at Mahabalipuram. We all booked resorts. The event was something that we were all looking forward to. But because of the lockdown and everything happening, the event got cancelled, but the entire event was continued in the online platform. So all of us were on Zoom on Saturday and Sunday throughout the day, and we learned so much. And I think this would not have happened even if it was a live event. The kind of learning, the kind of involvement and interaction was to some other level. And what I also see is in my weekly webinars, before it used to be 50 or 100 people attending my webinars, but now it has increased to 500 people, and this week I'm expecting even more. And the reason is people are able to have a deeper connection with their mind now. They realize that world is changing now. It's not going to be like before anymore, and people are understanding the importance of reconnecting with their mind. So I think all of us should remember this and invest time in reconnecting with our mind henceforth. Okay, so that was the second connection that I wanted to talk about. The third connection that I have started experiencing is the connection with our soul. Now we see what is happening around the world, and we realize that there's nothing permanent, right? And we are all able to experience a gratitude towards what we have right now. Most of us have access to food, access to shelter. We are all with our family. So I think that connection with our soul has become deeper now. We are all able to thank God or the nature or the Almighty for what we have currently. And I think that is amazing, and we need to continue that even after things become normal. In fact, I am able to write my journal with more appreciation. So I have been journaling every once in a while, but in the last 30 days, from January 1st till March 31st, I have not missed a single day of journaling. So that's a good habit I've developed in the year 2020. But in the last few days, I'm able to do this journaling with a lot more gratitude and connection. So I think that these are the kind of habits that I want to continue even after the breakdown, even after this lockdown is over. Okay. So I'm sure all of you are experiencing your own connection with your soul, with God, and with universe in your own way. I see a lot of people chanting and praying. A lot of things are happening in our environment, and I think this has really taught us to connect with our soul in a deeper level. Okay, so that was another connection I experienced. Another beautiful connection I experienced, the fourth connection, is connection with people. How many of you realized that you're feeling more connected with your own family now, right? You have no choice. You can't just fight and walk out of the house anymore. You have to be with your people, and discuss things and face everything together as a family. And I think that is something beautiful, right? Uh, I used to always depend on my babysitters and maids for every single thing. But since they're all having their own me time with their families, I'm having a wonderful connection with my husband and children as well. I'm teaching my children skills which I would have never ever taught them before. My kids are washing vessels and cooking food and doing all kinds of activities along with me. And I think this is the best time for us to connect with our family and continue this connection even after the world opens out. I'm also able to connect with my friends. I used to take them for granted, but now I'm bringing them on Zoom calls and we're talking every other day. I think all these things are amazing. We are able, though physically we are all at a distance, but I think emotionally we are all a lot more connected now. And we need to appreciate that connection we have with people and continue that even afterwards. In fact, I don't even know my neighbors properly. But nowadays, what we do is when my kids are playing at the terrace, I'm able to have some beautiful conversations with my own neighbors, which has never ever happened before. I'm sure all of you are experiencing similar things at your homes. So continue having that deep connections with your family and friends, and let's continue this even afterwards. And the fifth connection I wanted to talk about is the connection that we've started experiencing with our environment. So I used to always think that doing housework is not my cup of tea. And in fact, I am guilty now that I used to really look down upon people who are homemakers and who really take good care of their homes. And I want to take this opportunity to apologize to all you people whom I've been thinking that, I used to kind of not do this consciously, but mentally I used to think that it's a very degrading thing to do your housework. Why can't you just hire your maid and get things done? But now, since that option is not there, I realized how therapeutic it is to take care of your environment. And that environment starts with our homes. So now Girish and I have been completely in a declutter mode, and we are decluttering our house and we are cleaning every nook and corner ourselves. And I think it's an amazing experience taking care of our homes on our own. And it doesn't restrict to our own homes. I think the connection with nature is also expanding in this situation, right? How many of you are able to really listen to the birds chirping every single morning? When I peep from my balcony, I can see how peacefully the dogs are walking in my streets. I think this is the time when we should really appreciate how wonderful nature is and how much of nonsense we have been doing to this environment, right? So we are all able to appreciate our environment, our own homes right now in this phase, and we should continue doing this. And let's all, I think, connect back again once the world opens up and see what are the small changes we can do as human beings for our own streets and societies and cities, so that we do not damage our nature anymore, and we do not have to have a virus to tell us what we are supposed to be doing, right? So I think these were the 5 levels of connection I experienced. So let me do a quick recap. Connection with our body in terms of working out, in terms of eating the right food. This is something I've been able to experience. The other thing is a connection with our mind. Our mind is so much more clearer. We are able to be more mindful nowadays. We're able to invest our time in learning new things and go back to our hobbies. That's wonderful. The other connection is connection with our soul, with our creator, with our insight. So that's something all of us are doing, and it's fantastic. The other is connection with people, the people whom we love. We've not spent enough time with them, but this is the best time, and we are able to appreciate those connections, and we need to continue doing that. And finally, the connection with our environment and the connection with nature. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So I am developing a lot of new habits because of this lockdown period, and I want to continue this even after the world opens up. All right. So before I say goodbye, I just wanted to remind all of you that some of you may be thinking that this is the right time for you to pursue your passion project. And if your passion project seems happens to be becoming an author and writing a book, then there cannot be a better time, because the rest of the world is still consuming all the negative news and is still in a very chaotic stage. But if at this time, in the next couple of months, if you're able to invest your time and effort in writing a book and positioning yourself as an expert in whatever you're doing, then when the world opens up, you will be totally pumped and ready to face that. So if that's something that you want to work on, and if you're able to feel a connect with me and you want me to travel in this journey of becoming an author along with me, then my request is to just go to askjyotsna.com. That would take you to my Facebook Messenger, and there you will get an invite to join my upcoming live webinar. So go ahead, click it, check it out, register for the webinar, and that's how our journey of authoring a book together will begin. So I hope to see some of you there. And for the rest of you, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do share it if you found it meaningful. And thank you so much for encouraging me to do more and more videos. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.